Listen to me right now. Kaspa is setting up for something so big, so explosive, so ridiculously bullish that most people won't believe it until they see the candles rip straight through the chart. I'm not kidding. Today's signals are the kind of stuff that only shows up before major moves. I'm telling you, the charts are screaming, the whales are shifting, and the community energy is hitting that strange electric tension we always get right before a major breakout. Good day to you wherever in the world you're watching from. Welcome back to Goldrush Crypto Daily, and I hope you're having a phenomenal day. If you love Kaspa crypto or just watching the banks squirm every time decentralized networks grow stronger, make sure to subscribe and smash that bell right now. It helps push the channel and keeps you ahead of the herd. Alright, let's dive into post number 1, because this one sets the tone for everything. So Crypto Beats Cull God, one of the most respected chart analysts in the Kaspa community, just dropped an absolute banger thread on X. And honestly, this might be one of the most important posts for long-term holders right now. Kaspa is showing a massive multi-year bull flag and a year-long falling wedge. You can't expect astronomical gains without healthy consolidation. Bro, stop. Hold on. A multi-year bull flag and one power and a year-long falling wedge on the same chart? That's like bullish TA on steroids. These are explosive patterns, and not just on short time frames. Multi-year, people are crying because Kaspa dipped. Fam. Dips inside bull flags are literally fuel. This is the kind of consolidation that creates life-changing moves. Everyone whining about sideways action. Meanwhile, the chart is literally telling us, relax. I'm loading the spring. As you can see on screen, that wedge has been tightening for a year, and wedges like this, they break up 70% of the time, especially when the fundamentals are blasting off. Kaspa's transition to Rust, 10 blocks per second, cleaner execution, faster propagation, this chain is becoming a straight-up monster. And let's talk about fear. Fear index at 10. 10. The last time fear was this low, Bitcoin was at lows right before a mega rally. Fear isn't a signal to run. Fear is the appetizer before the main course. Guys, this market is a joke sometimes. People expect up only, then run the second the chart breathes. This consolidation is healthy. This is exactly how millionaires are made. In the boring, slow, forgotten ranges that nobody respects until it's too late. Banks hate when charts coil like this, because they know what's coming. A breakout that destroys narratives. This setup looks absolutely unreal. And just when you think the story can't get crazier, tweet number 2 arrives with pure whale chaos. So Kaspa Daily, one of the most consistent data accounts in the ecosystem, drops this update that made everyone start asking questions. Top 3 balance changes today show about 42 million Kaspa flowing into centralized exchanges. 42 million. Do you understand how big that is? Whales aren't moving pennies, they're moving entire market segments. Now look, bears will scream, whales are selling, panic. But honestly, that's just surface-level thinking, because whales also send coins to exchanges for strategic positions, to rebalance, to prepare liquidity, to shake out retail, to trap shorts, and yep, to accumulate deeper. Exchange inflow does not equal bearish. It equals action. It means whales are awake. Check the chart on screen. Exchange balances hitting 4 billion KAS, but the price barely moved. That means supply is being absorbed. That's not bearish, that's accumulation. Whales are setting up. Retail is confused. Perfect. This is exactly the kind of structure we saw with Bitcoin in 2019. Quiet accumulation while fear dominates headlines. Replies were divided. Some people think this is bearish, others bullish, but confusion is exactly what whales need before a big explosion. Guys, listen. This always happens. Whales play chess, retail plays Uno. Whales don't move 42 million KAS for fun. They move that size because they see what's coming next. The banks, they're sweating. Regulators, panicking. Kaspa is proving that decentralized proof of work is not dead. Alright. Tweet number 3 brings the TA receipts, so Skibum Trading just said something that made the whole community perk up. I'm optimistic on KAS at 4 cents. It's backtesting its March 2023 peak. The chart looks healthier than 99% of crypto. Healthier than 99% of crypto. Man, do you know how insane that is? Most charts right now look like demolition zones, but Kaspa looks like it's warming up for a marathon. Backtesting the March 2023 peak is massive. This is exactly what Bitcoin did countless times. Break a level, retest, then moon mode. Kaspa is literally following one of the most bullish playbooks in crypto history. Look, the structure is flawless. Wicks getting eaten up, volume stabilizing, support holding, momentum building quietly. This is accumulation disguised as boredom. This is the exact type of market environment where early believers stack life-changing positions. Backtesting is not weakness. Backtesting is confirmation. Guys, the people selling now will regret it forever. Every cycle, the ones who quit early get destroyed. The ones who stay patient get rewarded with insane upside. Kaspa looks like a young Bitcoin with modern tech. The risk to reward here is insane. This is the calm before the storm. And speaking of early opportunities, tweet number 4 is pure gold. So Bunzi, one of the Kaspa voices online, drops this bomb. You only need 50,000 KAS to be top 5% of holders. Bro, hold on. Only 50,000 KAS. At today's prices, that's like $2 grand. $2,000 to join the top 5%? That's nothing compared to other major networks. You can't get into the top 5% of Bitcoin holders without, selling a house. Ethereum? Forget it. Solana? Maybe if you got in years ago. But Kaspa is giving the average person a chance to be early, to be positioned, to be part of the first wave, before institutions lock this thing down. Kaspa has 1.5 million addresses. That's massive adoption for a young chain. The distribution is wide. This isn't a VC-heavy coin. This is not an insider pump. This is grassroots, fair mining, fair entry, and 50,000 KAS puts you at the top. That's how you know we're still early. Guys, opportunities like this do not last. Crypto is the only industry where regular people can beat institutions, but only if they act before the institutions arrive. Banks hate this statistic. Why? Because they can't control the supply. They can't gatekeep entry. They can't manipulate distribution. Kaspa is freedom money. This is setting up for something enormous. What a lineup today. Multi-year bull flags, massive falling wedges, whale inflows, backtests, and the bombshell news that only 50,000 KAS is enough to join the top 5% of holders. If you're not paying attention now, you're going to be chasing green candles later. Kaspa isn't just consolidating, it's coiling, it's loading, it's prepping for something that could shock the entire market. If you're feeling bullish, smash that like button. If you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next breakdown. Drop a comment below. Are you stacking KS? And how much do you think is enough for a top-tier position? And remember, this ain't financial advice, but crypto's gonna make us rich. Stay bullish. Stay early. Peace out.